So
Okay, you want to play like that, Four Eyes?
Mr.
Can I
Seve,
sing you a song?
I'm going to
Denied me.
hold you in contempt
I don't
right
have my
now
ID.
if you continue to act this way. You're being belligerent to me, belligerent to your attorney, and I'm
You're
going to hold you in
delirious.
contempt.
I think we can all agree that there are a lot of very stupid things that you can say in court. But mocking the judge for having glasses is probably one of the stupidest things you can do. And this particular judge is actually genuinely a really nice guy. The guy that he's dealing with, not so much. I'm definitely going to need a nickname for this fella down below. Whoever has the best one gets pinned at the top. Have a look at this.
Chase, let's Stevens.
Yes, please, Deputy.
May I interrupt, sir, and ask for one out of order?
Of course.
Could we do Mr. Sebi next?
Yes, I saw him wandering around back there. Come on up, Mr. Seve.
Hey, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Seve.
Last time I seen you besides here was at the community court where I
That's exactly
really-
right. And then you didn't show up again.
No, didn't tell you why?
No, I'm not gonna, well,
I was
we'll hear it
arrested.
because I have to address that matter with you. All right, Mr. Seve, were you in the courtroom this morning when video containing your rights was played?
Yes, I was.
Did you understand the rights?
Of course, yes.
Did you understand the maximum penalties on misdemeanors?
Yes,
And did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer?
yes.
All right, let's talk about your cases, Mr. Seve. First of all, I want you to know in 23 CR 06832, there is a
Is the
suspended
Sierra
sentence
charge?
in this. There is a suspended sentence in this case. I issued a suspended sentence on June 22nd of this year. I ordered as follows: 120 days in the Washoe County Jail, but I suspended that for a period of 1 year. One condition, of course, is that you obey all laws. The other condition is that you stay away from both the tribe properties as well as the Calneva Casino. I want you to know that if convicted of any new charge, you would be in violation of that obey all laws clause. And if in violation stay away order of either the tribe properties or Calneva Casino, you would also be in violation of that suspended sentence. And you could have to face serving that 120 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand, but if I can respond back.
Not yet. Not yet. I'll give you a chance to talk. I promise, Mr. Seve. 23 CR is your new case, 010378. In this case, sir, you were charged with the crime of trespassing. This alleged to have occurred on August 28th of this year. This was alleged to have occurred at 3080 2nd Street, the Calneva Casino. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to that charge, Mr. Seve?
Can I respond back before I plead to anything,
Mr.
Your Honor?
Fuentes, do you know what he's going to say, or do you want?
No, because I
me
don't
to
want
hear
the
him?
trickster
Mr. Seve,
thing.
hang on.
I don't like these trickster things. When he wants me to plead something, I have every right.
He'll explain it.
He explained multiple times. That's not my first rodeo. I'm Sicilian mafioso, successor to that which is from Robert Valdez, Messiani, boss of all bosses. Yeah, I'm a Freemasonry as well, shamanic. When I went to the Auburn, and they called me Ray Monto from Lord Primo. I'm at 36 degrees to 33. So if I have to come here, I have to go to the shack at Freemason.
Mr. Sevi,
Shamanic Temple number
Mr. Sevi,
40.
let
Go
me,
ahead, attorney.
let me
Yes,
interrupt
attorney.
you for, let me
Are
interrupt
you
you for a
stopping me
second.
while I'm talking? You work for me on this case.
Mr. Seve, please stop. Please stop. Mr. Puentes, do you know what he's trying to?
At one point, he was going
Suspended
to admit, I told him about the revocation, and then he became extremely disrespectful. And the conversation didn't get much farther after that.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
What? This guy, a shamanic Freemason mafioso, being disrespectful? I shall never believe it.
All right, Mr. Mr. Seve, go ahead. You can unmute Mr. Seve. Mr. Seve, what would you like to do with regard to your new case, sir?
I would really like for another chance. What do you call it? Another chance to get out because I have a funeral. My auntie just passed away, and my cousin is being threatened because my kids are not listening to their uncles.
All right. So, Mr. Seve, my question to you is, how do you wish to plead to your new charge of trespassing?
I'm pleading not. What do you call it? Not guilty.
I'll accept your not guilty plea. We're going to set this for trial. I will appoint counsel to represent
It's
you.
gonna take a month long.
Mr. Seve, hang on. I will appoint counsel to represent you because you do face the possibility of having that suspended sentence revoked. There's also on that same case, 10 days Washoe County
You
Jail,
play like that?
consecutive. So,
Okay, you
let's
want to
go.
play like that? Four Eyes?
Mr.
Can I
Seve,
sing you a song?
Mr. Seve, if you
Not
continue
guilty.
to act like that,
Not guilty.
deputy,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna,
back to take me back to my cell. Take me back to my cell. He's the reason
Mr.
why
Seve,
community court was supposed to help
Mr.
me out.
Seve.
No, community court was supposed to help me out. You
I'm
denied
gonna
me.
hold you in contempt
I don't
right
have my
now
ID.
if you continue to act this way. You're being belligerent to me, belligerent to your attorney, and I'm
You're
gonna hold you in
delirious.
contempt. So stop, please, or you're gonna spend more days in jail. We're gonna go ahead and continue Mr. Seve's case. He's not in the right spirit, so we'll continue into Tuesday morning. Actually, we're good. We'll get him a trial date and he'll be given that trial date in his cell. You can take Mr. Seve away. His trial date will be given to him.
Yeah, thank you.
Matter set for trial.
Why am I going this way?
All right, trial date.
I'm done for today. I'm in the wrong spirits. Fuck that man. I have kids. I'm gonna fucking take me back. Fuck, man.
Sorry, Your Honor, who would you like to see?
Oh, I'm just waiting for a trial date for Mr. Seve, and then we'll.
Sorry, Judge. It's going to be October 16th at 1 p.m. with Jennifer.
Now we're going to go to custody status. Mr. Altum, even though Mr. Seve is not here anymore, we're going to go ahead and hold a bail hearing with regard to this case. Go ahead and offer what you would like with regard to bail.
Your Honor, what is bail currently set at?
I actually don't know. I didn't know there was a bail set at this point because
I
it's
might see at
arrest.
$250 bail. Your Honor, my understanding, according to the paperwork we have this morning, he's had multiple trespass violations just this year. His underlying suspended sentence, I think, is 120 plus 10 days consecutive suspended, so 130 days suspended for trespassing and obstructing and resisting. Based on all that, I think $2,000 bail is appropriate.
All right, thank you. Mr. Puentes, anything you'd like to offer?
Yeah, I don't believe he's in a position to make monetary bail, so we'd ask the court to consider no recognizance release.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Seve again is gone. He's waived his right to be present for this bail hearing. Bail will be set at $1,500. That'll be bondable. I find that to be a reasonable bail in light of defendant's history with failing to appear for court, as well as his many charges he's picked up, including the fact that he has a suspended sentence. And the conditions of release are obey all laws, no alcohol or drugs without a prescription, and he will stay away from the Calneva as well as the tri-property. All right, that'll be that case.
So anyway, yeah, that was definitely not your best idea, my friend. Calling somebody Four Eyes when all three other members of said panel were indeed Four Eyes. As am I, to be fair. I'm supposed to wear glasses. I don't wear them as much as I should, but I definitely am supposed to. So let me know what you think a good nickname for this guy will be down below. Next up, we have another customer who puts a smile back on everybody's face. He's literally the opposite of that last guy. So check this out.
Mr. Hall, were you in the courtroom this morning when the video containing your rights was played?
Yes,
And did you understand those rights?
yes,
And also the maximum possible penalties associated with misdemeanors?
yes,
It's up to 6 months in jail and up to $1,000 fine. And finally, did you have sufficient time to speak with Mr. Puentes, your attorney?
no,
Would you like more time with him, or do you want Mr. Puentes to refresh your recollection as to your conversation with him?
sure.
Your Honor, if I may, this case has a little bit of red tape. Evidently, Mr. Hall was a candidate for community court. He wasn't transported, however, because a legal 2000 was either explored or flagged for that. And that caught, and speaking of the deputy, he got flagged for that. And I think that prevented the transport. And I don't know how we undo that if, to my knowledge, he'd still like to participate.
All right, thank you, Mr. Puentes. And Deputy, do you have any information on whether that legal hold has been lifted and Mr. Hall is free?
I haven't had a chance to talk to medical about it, but it looks like he is flagged for illegal when he's released, and then when he came up to be released to community court, that's what prevented it. So
Okay, thank you, Deputy. That's good information.
Is there
Mr.
any-
Hall,
Yes,
hold on.
Mr. Hall, I think we could get you over to community court at this point, and frankly, I think that's where you need to be, if I'm being honest.
is there any chance you can let me go and I won't screw up ever again? I'm gonna get, I swear to God, I won't screw up ever again. I'm gonna go to work and I'm not going to screw up ever again.
Mr. Hall, I'm happy to sentence you this morning if we want to go forward with that. I appreciate that you've been in custody awaiting a transport to community court, but that transport fell through because of your legal hold.
Why do I have a
listen,
legal hold? Yeah.
Well, I know you don't have a legal hold now, but they flagged you for a legal 2000 to make sure you weren't a danger to yourself or others before you were released. That's called a legal 2000. And I appreciate that you were held pursuant to that, but it sounds like you're no longer going to be held on that. I have no idea. What I'm going to do, Mr. Hall, is sentence you this morning rather than having your case transferred to community court. Mr. Drake, would the city like to offer anything with regard to sentencing? We do have, Mr. Hall, a suspended sentence in your case, 30 days, Washoe County Jail, suspended 1 year. And that was issued on July 27th. You entered your plea to the new trespassing on July 31st, hoping to have this case transferred to community court. Ms. Drake?
I've all submitted, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Puentes?
Your Honor, he's been in a little over 2 weeks.
So I guess that was about as wholesome as you get in that scenario. Anyway, lads and lassies, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure and smash that like button and we'll catch you in the next one. Slán.